guys, it's your boy D Vallo back with some more boxing. Here's an exciting fight that I'll be watching tomorrow. Two undefeated fighters going against each other for a spot in the limelight. On the left you got Antonio Orozco, 25-0. He's a golden boy versus Keandre Gibson with 16-0. Keandre Gibson actually has a chance of beating Antonio Orozco, firstly because of his height, 5'10", and he's very fast. He's got speed, he's accurate, and he has actually been a sparring partner for the top fighters in the world, including Floyd Mayweather, who he actually held his own against Floyd in Floyd Mayweather's camp. He's been a sparring partner for Canelo Alvarez in the Floyd Mayweather fight, and he's also been a sparring partner for Manny Pacquiao. So even though he's 16-0, he has a lot of experience against the top fighters, where he has learned his craft and perfected it. And he looks like he's learned from each fight, and he looks like a more well-rounded fighter right now. You got Antonio Orozco on my left here. He's a Mexican fighter, tough Mexican. He's made a name for himself in 140 pounds in that weight division, which is junior lightweight. Yeah, and he's as I said, he's aggressive. He's in the number 2 spot. He's rated in throughout the sanctioning bodies, but he's 5'7", quite short, but he works the body and he's very good at it, and he's knocking out guys. And he's knocking out guys which are taller than him as well. He has a little bit more of experience out of the two. He's had 25 fights and 25-0. His last fight was this guy called Abner Lopez, who was 5'10", and with a lot of experience. So he's been there, and he says that the only thing he has over Keandre Gibson at this moment in time is experience, and he's been in there and fought the tougher guys. But Keandre Gibson would say, well, you fought the tougher guys, but I've also sparred with the top fighters. So that taught him a lot about himself, and he believes that he's the next top prospect in boxing. He describes himself as, and he says people are sleeping on him, the media is sleeping on him, people don't know who he is. So he wants to win this to show people this is a big fight. This would be a big step for him if he wins it. He wants to show people who he is, because before this I didn't really know who he was, you know what I mean? So now he's jumping into the scene. What's that tattoo on his chest? MOB, is that money over bitches? Money over boxing? Nah. MOB. MOB. Keandre Gibson, it's not his name. I don't know. Maybe we can think of something for that MOB. It could be money over bitches. MOB, that's what I thought MOB stood for. Well, I'll have to ask him myself. I have to ask himself, what does that MOB mean? But anyway, so yeah, so these two are coming against each other, undefeated fighters. What I like to see. What else can I say about these two? Well, yeah, as I was saying at first, I got onto height. Yeah, so Keandre Gibson is 5'10", and he's got a reach and a height advantage. So as the bigger man, he's going to be looking to establish his jab and pick off Antonio Orozco as he's coming in. Antonio Orozco is 5'7" and a shorter guy, so he's going to be wanting to work the body. So he's going to have to be a lot of head movement, elusive, and manage to get in. The success of him getting in and tagging Keandre Gibson will be the side of this fight. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be interesting. It's very stylistically interesting, but its experience will win. I don't know if Keandre Gibson has been through all the rounds, but it's weird with this guy. He fights at junior welterweight as well, which is like middleweight. So the light version of middleweight. So he's someone that he can range between the weights. And another interesting thing, he was actually supposed to fight Terence Crawford before, but that fight didn't go on. That was in December, so he thought that would have been his chance to get into the limelight. But I don't think, even though that fight didn't happen, I don't think it would have been the best time, because he was only like 15-0, or maybe he was like 16-0 still at the time. But at that, even whatever it was, he still wasn't experienced enough to fight Crawford. And he says that with a couple of more fights, so three solid fights, he'll be ready for that. So he's looking at his future thinking, if I can beat Antonio Orozco, I can get into the limelight, people can see me for what I am, a top prospect in this division, and move my way up. Because it's clear that he's a big, if he's fighting, these two will be fighting at welterweight. So Antonio Orozco is going up, and Keandre Gibson, I think this is his weight, because if he was fighting at junior welterweight, like just to get a fight and smashing guys, and then fighting people that are middleweight, like Alvarez and all of those top fighters, then when he goes back down to fight at welterweight, he's going to be big. So, and when I've seen him fight, he does look big. So yeah, this will be a very interesting fight. I don't really yeah, I think it will be one of a good one anyway. So Anthony Orozco versus Keandre Gibson. I think I said enough now. So I told you guys what it's all about. Let you guys know what is happening. Have you heard of these guys before? If you haven't, at least if you watch this, you'll know a little bit more about them. But make sure you watch them fight tomorrow if you want to see an interesting fight, that is, anyway. But yeah, these two fighting, two undefeated fighters going at each other tomorrow, about 9 o'clock. Not sure, but it will be around about that time tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. It's your boy D Valor, and I'm out.